to Complete in the Box, which is in Ephrata, PA. And they are doing, I think, their 15th anniversary. Now, it was pouring earlier, but as you can see, the rain has stopped. So hopefully it's about to become a very good day. Now, Complete in the Box is a video game store slash comic store slash arcade. Like they have a lot of stuff inside the store, and they've been around for 15 years. And they had a convention. Now, mind you, it was raining. Okay, it was raining like crazy, but I just had this feeling. I was just like, people are gonna be here. First, I set up my tent because it was pouring. Tanner had my friend. He had my other table. 15-20 minutes I got there, I was kind of, oh crap, I don't have my table. I'm gonna make this work. I have a lot of stuff. I had stickers, buttons, all of my books, prints. I was like, how are we gonna make this work? And I only have this. I had like a two by two table. Luckily, he came there, and I was completely thrilled about that. I figured out how to finally display my banner. Instead of putting it in front of the table, I had like one of those photo hang things, frames, and I hung it up there, using the vices.
Aha! Aha!
And it worked so much better. And it was like immediate. People were stopping at my table. Now, here's the thing. I've never had a time where I couldn't get attention to my table, but are they paying for it? That is the problem. Are they actually gonna pay for it? Now, I did sell some stickers like right off the bat, and because my stickers, they're like cross references, so I have like Shaggy mixed with like Ed from Full Metal Alchemist. Like I have the characters combined, like they're mashup stickers of different characters. And I sold like a lot of them right off the bat. But then, it got a little quiet. People were walking around, and it's still raining. It was like on and off rain. And they started playing music because they have bands. And then the bands come out on the lawn and they just rock out. They're mainly local bands. They do covers, but that was the experience. Like, the problem with that is, like, I love the music, right? I love the music, but my table was relatively close to it, and it's really hard to talk to people when you constantly have metal guitars and drums going off, right? So you got to kind of yell over the table.
Loud noises!
Nonetheless, I did enjoy most of the bands. I feel like the beginning bands were like, but as it went on, the bands got better and better. So I think they stacked them that way on purpose. Like, seemed like the less experienced bands and then like the more experienced ones were coming later. So I get it. Now, I will say this. They give you free snacks and free water. And it was, even though it was raining, it was really hot outside. So kudos to that. So you got like your chips and like bottles of water. And then I went into the store at one point because it got really slow. And I'm walking around, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, let me buy myself a soda. And the guy gave me the soda for free. I was
so happy.
I need to get a chair because I realized I was standing that whole time and my legs were like not they were killed. They were shut down. Surprisingly, the attendance was a lot. I was so shocked how many people came out in the rain. I guess they figure, if they're still playing outside and setting up, then we might as well show up. Right? Plus the store was open and the store is really popular. So the convention was only from store hours. So it was like 11 to 6 or something like that. There weren't that many vendors, to be honest. I want to say there was only like maybe 15 or 16 vendors, if that. So the competition wasn't really competition. And also, there weren't a lot of artists. There were more like craftsmen, craftswomen, like, selling their original jewelry or doing tarots and stuff. There wasn't like selling prints and selling original books and stuff like that. There wasn't that many. There were a couple of, trading card dealers, Pokemon and stuff like that, but it wasn't like, oh, I have a comic here, I have a whole bunch of prints for you to buy. It wasn't like that. Like, there were some, but it wasn't like to the extent of what I had. That being said, yeah, boy, sold a lot of prints. That was really awesome. That was really awesome. But my two biggest money makers, I would say, my omnibus. I'm almost out of those now. I think I have like one or two left, maybe. And my stickers. My stickers were selling like crazy. In fact, I would say the stickers brought people over there the most. Now, the thing is this, none of my originals were selling. And that's where you've known from if you watched any of my videos, I'm trying to do more branding. So I'm starting to put out more original stuff instead of relying on these crossovers. But I do understand that the crossovers do pull people in. But it's kind of sad to make your own original characters and people don't want to buy it. Like, I get it, they don't know the characters, but it's like, come on, buy the original stuff. Stop relying on established names. Like, get the original stuff. Now, I will say, my book, my book got a lot of interest. The merch around the book, I feel like they're not ready to embrace that, I guess. But it's okay. The point is, I did pretty well. So I made $250 for like 4 hours. That's not bad at all. I love the event. It's more like street vending and not like Comic-Con. So you got your stuff, you set up there, people can walk by and get stuff, and it was good. It was freaking good. I just had a good time. I want to say this is the third year that I did this, and I love it every time. I think I do really well there. And for a convention that's basically like the store putting it on, it's not like a big production, it goes really well, and it brings out a lot of people, surprisingly. I will definitely be back there next year. But yeah, that's it. That's all that went down. It was great. Now, if you want to support this channel, you can always go to www.frayofficial.com, get yourself books yourself, get yourself some artwork, some commissions. I got you covered. I got you covered. And if you like more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, tell me about your convention experiences. Did you go to a convention recently? Tell me how it went in the comments below. So yeah, that's it for the video. Keep creating and keep valuing yourself.
The world collapsed, and the last survivors of humanity retreated beneath the massive dome surrounding the city of Azure, protected by artificial gods known as the Gold Eye. For 2 years now, the people of Azure believed the outside world was uninhabitable, until a stranger arrives, claiming humanity can finally leave the dome behind. Inlock is a dark sci-fi fantasy manga about broken gods, political control, and challenging what it means to survive. Check out volume 1 through 4 on www.frayofficial.com.